go. What time is it? 8:05. That's what the clock says. Happy Easter, y'all. Got some time before church to continue working on the swamped out ZJ here, and Transpan has been draining. Maybe I'll show you that shortly. Well, the pan's off. The transmission has been draining out all the strawberry milk that was in there. The oil had been changed, but the oil is going to need to be changed again. So I'm not even going to fire it up. Everything should be drained down. So we're going to empty out all the milky oil. Get ready to change that. I just got to make sure I've got enough oil in a filter. I'm going to go look at that. Then probably have to check differentials. Don't trust that people will make wise decisions when they have access to your vehicle, because they won't. I've got a oil pan. I've got thought I had an old PH16. This should be the right filter for here. Oh, let's see. Yeah. I'm guessing this is the right filter. Wonder if this is even working. Am I even in a horizontal format here? Subscriptions. Hey, look, there I am. That's working. Okay, maybe I'll bring you down here and show you what I got going on. I can do that. Harbor Freight Light. Got this for like 13 bucks when they were on sale. The parking lot party. It's pretty epic. The thing's really nice. Let's see if we can't figure out where we're gonna go here. The oil pan drained to the front? Wow, that's odd. I guess I haven't changed the oil in this in a while. Yeah, it does. All right. Let me get you guys more set up down here. Can you see the trans fluid? Yeah, that's the transmission fluid right there. That's pond water, baby. That's pond water. All right, let's crack this bolt and get the oil out. Oh man, how's the weather where you guys are at? It was like 83 degrees Friday, and it's like not 40 here now. Spring. Midwest spring. The best it can offer is violence. But we don't rarely get tornadoes and such, so I'll take it. It'll be too hot soon enough. It was too hot Friday, I'll tell you what. But we did have the TJ out with the doors off. It was nice. Did not take the top off. Not quite. We're not quite there yet. I need to move that light because it's shining me right in the face. Oh. Oh. What a way to spend a holiday. You know what I mean? Sunday morning. It's gonna make a mess because, well, it's basically a rule that if I'm changing fluids, it has to make a mess. I don't think that broke loose. Oh, it did not break loose. Oh, it did break loose. Oh, there we go. Must not be awake yet. Oh yeah, this is gonna have to get changed a couple times. You guys see that? This is not what oil's supposed to look like. Oh man, don't have idiot friends. Ah, it's a bad investment, I'll tell you that. What can you do though? I guess it keeps you on your toes, you know? Now I suppose I should have looked to see if I have oil. Oh yeah. I got some of the heavy stuff, which seems to run fine in this, so we will put the 1540 diesel stuff in this thing. It is a pretty high mileage motor, although it's a tank. It's 5.2. I tell you what. All right, I gotta go find a filter wrench now. Oh. Yeah, I got a feeling that this transmission, because I'm not addressing the torque converter, I got a feeling this transmission is going to need to be dumped and changed again, and I think this oil might need changed again. But that's the beauty of having friends that are stupid. You know what I mean? We're gonna let that go all the way down. Yeah, we're just gonna let that drain for a bit. Maybe I will, while I'm here, I guess crack the front. Crack the plug on the diff and see what we get there. 3/8. Oh boy. I'm riddled with 1,000 drain pans. What's the guess on this? I haven't seen a bunch of stuff spilling out. From a vent line or anything. So there's hope that this Oh, come on, buddy. Whoo-wee. That's tight. Okay, we're spraying that with something. Oh boy. A bit of the deep creep. Let that sit for a second. All right, it's been a second. Why does that look like that's not even there? No, that's there. There we go. What's the guesses? Is this thing 10 times too overfull? Oh God, yep. Oh yeah, we lost that too. Holy moly. Probably gonna have to blow the cover off. Fun times. Yep, well, we'll let all that drain out. I hate the smell of diff fluid. That's the worst. Alright, I'm gonna call that good with the drain plug. Get that back in there. Once I get all this done, then I still have to fix some brake lines, because this thing's got between 0 and negative brakes. Come on. There we go. Not too tight. That's the worst. Can you see? There's a lot of sludge on that magnet. I'll go up top and show it to you in a minute. But I guess we're going to try for the filter, and that's probably where we're going to make a huge mess. Should have done the filter first, but I think I have another pan. the rice cooking in the microwave.
Wrong way, dummy. Lord almighty. Well, the idiots stuck it in the pond and decided to change the oil. Decided to really stick this freaking filter on tight as can be. I know everybody hates Fram filters, but they're always nice with that rubber grip. You just put them on hand tight, and it's about all you need. Holy cow. Yep, should have done this first. Well, what can you do? But had a little more room. But I tell you what, when I decided to do this live stream, this was not my intention of being stuck underneath here the whole time. I am in a horrible position here. There we go. There we go. Should end up down my sleeve in about 5 seconds here. Rarely is an oil filter in a convenient spot. They always find a way to make sure it drips all over the exhaust. There's not even anything coming out of that. Well, I mean there is, but make it a little shiny in your eyes there. I apologize for that. Alright, we're going to go up and diagnose that too, but first things first. Wipe that down. Oil up the gasket on the other one and start to get back in business with at least one thing. That way, I think. I'll tell you what, I was just gonna, let things go with this, but I'm starting to think now that someone might be getting a bill. Because I'm going to be going through a lot of fluids here. That was plenty tight. We'll see if it leaks. I'll worry about that later. Okay, plugs back in, filters in. Let's get you guys back up top, then I'll come up and we'll kind of take a look at these things. There we go. All right. Okay. Hey, perfect framing and everything. Here is, that's the trans fluid. Yeah. That's fantastic. There's the oil after an oil change. So, getting changed again. And well, the front diff you can't really see, and I'm not pulling the pan out to show you guys quite yet, but the magnet's got, hey, where's our camera? The magnet's got a lot of sludge on it, which it is what it is, but now we're gonna have to drop that front diff cover off, let that completely drain, check everything out. I haven't heard anything, nothing going on with it, so that's probably just wear and tear from the abuse it's been getting from people that drive the Jeep that don't work on the Jeep. Oh, what can you do? Don't have kids, don't have friends. Just don't have toys. You don't have to worry about it. Don't have fun things. You don't have to work on them. But I had the wrong filter for the transmission. The one they gave me was the filter, but not the housing. And I thought, okay, well, maybe the housing, opens, and it doesn't. It's not serviceable. So, new one will be here tomorrow. So we get that trans put back together. That gives me a chance to run and get the actual correct ATF plus, +4 or whatever it is that Chrysler's run. So I can get the actual proper transmission fluid in. I've got some kind of universal Dexron 3 stuff, which I was told should be fine, especially because we're probably going to have to drop it again. But I do that, and I'm going to have to get some more diff fluid. I think I've got some 80/90 gear oil for the front, but we're going to have to check the rear too, and the rear's got a posi, so I have to get some non-slip, limited slip for that. Is it too early for a drink? Son of a gun. This thing takes 5 quarts, so I guess we'll throw oil back in it. So we'll be up on that. I gotta write down a checklist of things. But we'll do the oil now. I don't have to worry about putting that on a checklist. So I've got a 4-quart bottle right there. I've got extra quarts of 1040. So I'll grab my big fat funnel and meet you guys over at the engine bay. I saw the Easter Bunny this morning out back. We've got this weird like giant nocturnal rabbit that I keep seeing when I get up early in the morning. He's just out there in the dark eating grass and stuff. Told my wife he must be like the dad rabbit because he's the, like big old grumpy rabbit that likes to get up early before everybody's getting up and bugging him. You fathers know what I mean. Whoops. What's the point of using the funnel if you don't pour it into the funnel? Yeah, get this done and start checking brake lines and see where they've gone bad. Anybody want to buy a 97 ZJ? Slight water damage. I'm way overloaded in vehicles, and I think it's time to probably part ways with this thing. It's just getting too beat, and it's a unibody. You know, once the unibody starts to go, what are you going to do? I'm going to have to get a whole bunch of more RTV for these diff covers. Yay to that, you know? You know what? I'm going to let it go with the 4 quarts at the moment. We'll fire it up. We'll fire it up and run it, and then check it. I'm content with just getting that changed and that filter changed at the moment. All right, we can throw the filter away. Need some more rags. I'll probably do a walk around on this thing. I don't know if I said that already. Once everything's done and I get it back to functioning, go over, the harrowing issues that it had and what it took to get it back in order. Might as well check the power steering fluid. That looks good. That doesn't really leak, so it's a pretty well sealed. Coolant looks good. There's some in the reservoir. Looks like the ignition coil might be getting ready to go. I heard a pulley making not the greatest sounds. I hope it's an idler pulley and it's not the charging thing. What can you do? All right, I still got some time. If you guys want to stick around and hang out, we'll go down and we'll get ready to blow that diff cover off.
wait till they get the bill for this one. What's the diff cover look like? Half inch? Got the rice cooking in the microwave. 3-day beard I don't plan to shave. Goofy thing, but I just gotta say, hey, I'm doing all right. Oh man, I'm gonna have a hard time getting after that with the impact. No, I'll hit the ones I can with the impact. So far, so good with this big old bower. It takes the it'll take the lugs off of my truck, which is about all I'd ask for it in, like, you know, high torque situations. It'll definitely break your wrist. I don't know that I've ever changed this front. I have changed the rear when I sunk this. No, I didn't sink it, but I got it stuck in the same pond. But that was me, and I did it. You know, I did it in a safe, stupid way. We're moving to ratchet. Ratcheting. You guys see? Mind your way. Ah, you guys can see. I'm not that big and fat yet. Ah, come on. Come off of there. Oh. Oh, this isn't as convenient as the impact. But I don't have any wobbles or anything, so. Oh, come on. Maybe I can. What did I do with. Didn't I have an extension somewhere? Have you guys seen an extension? There it is. I can get on that one. I cannot get on that one or that one. Probably that one. No, probably can't get on any of those, so I'll just keep doing it the old-fashioned way. So anyway, how is your Easter break going? I assume if you guys have got kiddos, you are not watching this live because you're probably doing the Easter stuff with them, which is cool. We don't have to do that anymore. Which is also kind of cool. I had friends ask the other day what it's like to be empty nesters. I said it's glorious. Oh boy.
might end up having to still use some type of swivel or something to get on a couple of these. We got, you know, 3 more to get out, and they're all kind of the up here ones. I don't know if we can even get after these very conveniently. There we go. Fingers crossed nothing stupid happens when I drop this cover off. I do not want to go to church smelling like gear oil. Oh man, the heater keeps kicking on. It is not warm out today. It's a very nice day out, but it ain't warm. But it's not 10,000 mile an hour winds for like the first time in a month. So that's nice. Pretty grateful for the little things, you know what I mean? Two more. Can't get to that one very well. Come on, you can get on there. I sure as heck don't want to put a wrench on it. That's too caveman for me. Why does that oil pan sound empty? It's a pretty deep pan. Come on. Oh, come on. Holy golly, come on. I did retighten the gearbox here, which was kind of nice. The steering gear, I thought it completely sheared the tabs. I had the how am I going to get to that one? Now we're going to have to go to, I have to try a 3/8 wrench. The gearbox, there's 3 bolts that hold it, and one bolt had broke at one point, and one of the tabs broke. I re-welded the tab, but it's cast, and that's really tough to weld. And I thought I had lost a bunch of them again, but I just had a loose bolt. I was able to tighten that back up. I still have one good bolt up top, and the welded one is still there, but it broke away again. I might just try to weld it up right there in place, because I really don't care. But I did also realize that this driver's side, I know it's backwards to you guys, but this driver's side is pretty well straight now, and the passenger side is wandering off to the north. So we're going to be doing some tie rod adjustments shortly also. I don't think I have anything more low profile than this. Come on, fellas. Kid, you gotta catch a break? Come on, it's Easter. I mean, come on. All right, let's try something else here.
Alright, I got a breaker bar. Teeny tiny breaker bar. It's probably about the lowest profile thing I've got. Alright, we're on. Oh man, I'm happy about that. It's just gonna take a year and a half to get this to come off. Thank you guys for coming along with me. Gives me somebody to talk to, and that way I'm not screaming, cussing, and throwing things in here. So I appreciate it. All two of you are of great value around here as moral support. Still can't get this one. And maybe I can get a ratcheting wrench out. Or yeah, ratcheting wrench. I've got one. Alright, I gotta turn that heat off. Woo! It's kind of bundled up for being outside. And a little over bundled for having the heat on. Oh yeah, look at that. We are cooking with clean burning propane now. I must have been in this diff at some point because it's got red RTV on it. Which is not, I don't think red is oil resistant. I think that's heat resistant. It's probably the only RTV I had because I always had it for cobbling exhaust pipes onto my bike and four-wheeler. All right, time to wear it. Let's see, where's my pry bar? Come on, slow and steady. Cooperate just a little bit for me. Nope, not going to. Why would it? Come on, you jerk! There we go. Y'all see that? What a disaster. That's not in the best shape. It's had a lot of water in it. And there's a lot of metal in that. We're going to end up having to see what this looks like. Boy, man, I've got drain pans upon drain pans full of fluid with water in it. I'm going to have to dig an extra big hole out back to pour this stuff in this time. You know what I mean? Kidding!
Don't need a knock on my door. Should be able to get it off now. Well, man, it looks still pretty clean.
I don't see any broken teeth. I don't see any chunks in the bottom.
Take that as a win. Let's set this somewhere. Hopefully not in my lap. All right, hold up. Let me get my gloves off. Get the light off. Bring you guys back over here. Stand you back up. Probably all sore from being crouched down like that, you know what I mean? Come somewhere over here. And, of course, now I took the gloves off, but, definitely milky. Definitely a little shiny. But, nothing traumatic happened there. So, that's a plus, at least. And here's the filter. It was a cork gasket and an actual Chrysler part number. So, I don't think this thing had ever been replaced. 120 something on the transmission. So that's not too bad. Well, we're pushing 9 o'clock. I got the trans pan. I got it scraped down as good as I could. I'm gonna hit it on the wire wheel over there in the metalworking station, which some of you people think is not a metalworking station. Oh, we got some comments. Paul, I do what I can for you. Thank you. That was a professional cover removal for sure. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm kind of a, you know, professional amateur. You know what I mean? What do they call that? A master of none, I believe they call it. All right, we're gonna get a notebook and we're gonna write some things down. I have somebody's name I wrote down, and I have no idea why. That's strange. Okay, so we got the oil. Oil only has 4 quarts, because that is a gallon and not a 5-quart jug. Trans needs reassembled, reassed. Front diff needs cleaned and reassed. Still gotta check the rear diff. That should be everything underneath. Trans is taken care of. The oil has been taken care of. You guys witnessed that, so if I question myself, you guys jump in there and be like, no, you aren't losing your mind. I will check that rear, just because it has the posi. Try to save it to the best we can. And then brake lines. Once we get the brake lines done, it's just a matter of cleaning up. I've got a, let me
let me take you guys off here and give you a little walk around. At some point, this tire came up and grabbed the evap can and destroyed it. So now it doesn't work, and this thing will get like literally 4 miles to the gallon. I mean, this is like a 22 or 25 gallon tank, and we can fill it up. And on a long weekend of just playing around on my buddy's property, it'll be empty. So, but then, you know, sometimes if your gas gets too low, you just fill it back up with pond water. Like I said, everything seemed good here. The coolant was all right. Crunchy bearing somewhere we're going to have to address at some point. Power steering seemed fine. Brake fluid, we're going to have to fix the brake lines and wonder what that used to be. Completely bleed them. So that doesn't work very well for you guys. There we go. Whoa, hold on. Man down. There we go. The brakes on this thing go bad constantly. I think I've replaced calipers front and rear twice. Done discs on it several times. They just rust up. I mean, the thing doesn't get driven, and when it does get driven, it gets driven hard. So, I mean, as you can tell, this thing just beat the heck. Not too bad right here. But right here is bad. Yes, sir. But we were just talking yesterday that the stickers on this thing, the first time I actually took it wheeling and like an actual adventure was 20 years ago. So this thing, my wife bought it 25 years ago when she graduated college, and it doesn't owe anybody anything. So we definitely had our fun with it. And now we've got the TJ, and I'm kind of on the lookout for a JK or a truck. Don't tell my wife. She won't be happy. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this up because I got to get back inside. I'm going to have to get washed up and whatnot because we're going to head to church. Hope everybody had a great Easter or is going to have a great Easter. Might be back out here later. Who knows? So look for another live stream, or I may get this thing buttoned up this week and do a little walk around. Let me know if you want to see more car stuff on this channel. I know I started this channel for like garage things, like upgrades and stuff, like my trolley out there that everybody's in an uproar over, and you know, my press and my metal working station and whatnot, my welder, all that stuff. But I've got car things going on, and I've got a couple old Lincoln projects going on, which I've alluded to a few times, but haven't really done a lot of video. When we get them going, maybe I'll do a mishmash of everything that I've got done with them. I'd like to get one of the Lincolns going and not necessarily participate in Power Tour this year, but take it to one of the stops. One of the stops is right outside where the Lincolns currently reside. So all I'd have to do is plate one of them, get insurance, and drive it just to drive it, just to cruise it. So I don't know. I'll let you know about that. But if you want to see more car stuff, let me know. Or maybe once this channel is monetized, we start a third channel with nothing but car stuff. But I don't know. You guys. Oh, Paul says car stuff. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just keep doing the whole shop stuff, car stuff on here. I mean, I've always wanted this to be a woodworking shop, and it is constantly a mechanic's shop. Like I said, I'm a professional amateur. Amateur professional. I don't know which, like Cody says, pro-ho. We're all pro-hos around here. All right, I've really got to go. I will catch you guys later. You guys have a good Easter and stay blessed.